Welcome. This is the session where all the students present the projects that they have been ideating this morning. It's a little bit of a mini ideas hackathon. So the main goal of the session today is to give you guys some practice. I know some of you have just met for the first time today and you're just learning about all these challenges. So this is just a fun exercise. But it can be real if you want to. If you really like your project, you can keep going, and we strongly encourage you to do that. So we hope that all of you have enjoyed this process, and we also encourage you to keep going. So if you do want to keep going, say so in your project presentation. You each have 3 minutes to present, and we're going to be mainly judging you on your overall team presentation, the clarity and the analysis of what you've done, and then your statement about how motivated you are to keep going and the feasibility of the project. So there we go. Any questions about that? I should actually introduce the judges. So we have our judges. We have the beautiful Dr. Rasha Saeed from here, which we didn't get a chance to present to you earlier. Do you want to just say a few words, because I know you have to rush off afterward. Are you coming back after, or?
I am very happy to judge.
Yes, okay. Do you want to just say a few words to the students?
Hi everybody, how are you? It's an incredible pleasure and more than exceptional joy to be here today. Thank you so much for joining us, and I just want to take this moment to say thank you to Elena, because I couldn't be here without her, without you. Being in this room today really is all because of Elena and because of every single one of you. It's just wonderful to be here. I'm so grateful. Pippa, also thank you very much. And thank you to the zoo for everything that you do. I'm always inspired when I'm here, and I love being able to just see everyone here today, and I'm just very grateful. Thank you, Elena, for everything that you do, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So you're too kind, because it's mutual, and we could not be here without you as well. So this is the Micro University and the Digital Camp are, we're really happy to be hosting all of you today. And so thank you, Rasha, and looking forward to what's to come. Lots more opportunities. So, all right, well, the next judge, Josh, do you want to introduce yourself? You want to just say a few words here? Or come up to the stage? Yeah.
Okay.
And Pippa?
Sure. Hi everyone, I'm Josh. I'm a venture partner for a Singaporean VC firm. I'm also quite active with the Global Shapers under the World Economic Forum in London, and I look forward to hearing all your presentations today. And I just want to thank Elena and Rasha for organizing this very tremendous event that is doing so much good for the society and the community. So thank you.
Thank you, Josh. It's great to have your experience. So one day, when you guys are launching your businesses and you go to seek funding for your projects, Josh is somebody that you guys can get some feedback on, because he knows that whole process.
Thank you, Elena. So you go to Josh for finding the funding, and I'm the one at ZSL who's trying to raise the funding for conservation projects across the globe. So my name's Pippa Cart. I'm on the management team at ZSL, and my department is all around trying to generate more resources for conservation projects, both across the globe but also for the zoo. And it's brilliant to see all of you, because you're going to be the next generation who are running organisations like ZSL and leading conservation projects across the globe. So really looking forward to what you're going to say. Thank you. And thank you, Rasha and Elena, for the opportunity to judge.
Okay, so each team has 3 minutes. Who can time? Josh, yeah? All right, we're going to give you the buzzer at 3 minutes, which means you need to stop presenting, and then we will have 2 minutes of questions from the panel, and and then we'll go on to the next one. Okay, so I'm going to seat myself down, and then when you're ready, also tell us the name of your team. I hope you guys have a name, all of you.
Okay, so our team name is The Inhalers. And we chose to focus our presentation on air pollution and air quality, especially focused on London. Most of the pollution in London is caused by road transport, which is mostly cars. And the concentration of air pollution is consistently above the World Health Organization, above the World Health Organization's guideline value. Most cars use diesel, which produces greenhouse gases such as CO2 and methane, and also lots of harmful particulates, which can cause a range of health problems such as respiratory issues like asthma and even cancer. These problems especially affect young children and the elderly.
So, we all breathe the air, so we're all technically users, but this is Larry, and he lives in bad air quality. He lives in London, and he's got asthma and also mental health issues. So our idea was to reduce the use of fossil fuels and increase the use and availability of biofuel instead. So our plan was to create a project where used cooking oil from restaurants is converted into biofuel to be used in diesel cars.
We realised the logistics of this is not easy, so we're going to identify 5 to 10 local restaurants, and the incentive is going to be that they're anyway going to have to get rid of the oil, because under legal regulations they're not going to be able to just dispose of the oil in the sink or something like that. So they're going to anyway have to transport this oil to a legal and a satisfactory area to dispose of it correctly. So this is the incentive that they're going to have to give the oil to us. And so they're going to give us the oil, and we're going to use this oil and convert it into biodiesel. And we're going to start with B20, which is 20% biodiesel blend, to ease this into use. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert it into biodiesel, and then going to sell it to petrol stations, and so we're going to start with B20, which is just 20% of the fuel. And as we continue to grow this business, we're going to transform into B100, which is 100%. Now, statistic is that 3,000 litres of oil can be used to make 2,400 litres of B20, and this is enough to fuel 10 to 17 cars for a year.
Yeah, can I just add something? Can I just add that this is the plan, but just to make it feasible, it will start as a small-scale project, for example, in a school, just to get young people thinking about biofuel as a renewable alternative, and give them an interesting project to start with. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. We're going to have to stop there for the time, but well done.
Questions from the panel? Russia? No? Do you have any questions?
I've got a question.
Yeah.
The diesel vehicles today already use this 20% bio mix. Do they
That's
need
correct.
anything adapted for the cars?
We reset, yeah?
Yeah, the cars today are able to adapt to this B20.
Great.
How will you incentivise those restaurants to take part in this? What other benefits could they get, as well as having to get rid of the oil?
Well, we were talking about when a similar incentive that has been used to get restaurants to give their plastic water bottles away, but instead for oil, so they get compensation in return, like some money as compensation for a specific amount that they donate to us. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you could also say that like a benefit for them would also be helping to promote like education in the local area, because it goes to like helping schools.
How interested or motivated are you to actually work on this as a project and do that together as a team? Have you had a chance to discuss it yet?
Not really, but I don't know how much time we'd have to actually be able to do it together. I don't know.
We haven't had a chance to discuss it really, but we will. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll discuss it.
Okay. Would you, yeah, I guess if you had the opportunity to develop your project idea further this summer, would you want to do that?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
happening.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So our project is about invasive species, specifically the European rabbit. My name is Arjun Chadha and I'm 12 years old.
My name is Narayan Raidilan and I'm 13 years old.
My name is Rayan Jan and I'm 12 years old.
My name is Kayo Okura and I'm 12 years old.
My name is Jacob Jan and I am also 12 years old.
And our name is the Seed Sowers. So this is Farmer John, and our persona is focused on this UK cereal farmer. The wheat industry is big in the UK. As shown in the graph, wheat is a large part of the profit for UK farmers and UK households. UK households combined spend around £18.77 billion on cereal each year. And he is worried about losing his wheat and barley crop to an invasive species of the rabbit, the European rabbit.
Okay, so the problem. Invasive species. The European rabbit is an invasive species originating in the Iberian Peninsula. It feeds upon cereal crops and can impact a farmer's life with financial losses. Overgrazing and soil quality. The European rabbit is an animal which feeds on the crops and grass, stripping the landscape bare. Overgrazing reduces the natural habitat and impacts biodiversity significantly. Persistent rabbit pressure could undermine efforts to promote sustainable and regenerative agriculture, as overgrazing by rabbits depletes the soil health and reduces biodiversity. Ways to remove them. Currently, the way of removing this species from farms is quite violent and brutal in ways such as shooting, trapping, ferreting, and gassing the rabbits, while there are much more passive solutions that could be put into place. Other harmful ways that have been used to eradicate these animals are the government's ways to release harmful diseases to target these rabbits. This raises many ethical questions.
However, the European rabbits can also be good for diversity. According to the University of East Anglia, the European rabbits are the keystone species that hold together entire ecosystems. The solution to this problem is to keep the rabbits away from the vegetation and crops and to divert them to the farmers wanting the rabbits to fertilize their soils. The rabbits help fertilize soils from nitrogen in their droppings. Their burrowing also helps aerate the soil, improving different things like water filtration, and they create shelter for other species like reptiles and amphibians.
The fundamental question. How can we keep Farmer John reduce the impact of European rabbits on his crops, but ensure that the rabbits' population isn't impacted due to the benefits they bring to economics and biodiversity?
Harmless solutions. We want to help these rabbits, but also protect Farmer John's crops. Other strategies to keep rabbits from entering farms unwanted is to use natural deterrents, such as lavender, sage, rosemary, or foxglove. These create buffer zones. On the other hand, if you are wanting the rabbits to come to your garden, you can use apple cider to attract the rabbits to areas and environments where the rabbits are useful for soil fertilization or microhabitations for amphibians or reptiles.
That's time, guys.
Oh, we just finished. We're done. any questions?
How did you want to finish off your presentation?
Oh, thank you for listening.
Okay. Other questions?
How do you think you stop people from just going, they're a pest, therefore just kill them rather than make use of them?
We got to raise awareness and educate the people about different animals so that people don't just apply pesticides and kill them or do shootings or create diseases that kill them like the government did. So spreading awareness is, I think, the what we should do.
Just one question. Were there any other similar animals that came up in your research aside from the European rabbit?
Sorry? There were a few others, but we didn't research into them fully, as our main focus was just the European rabbit. Oh, actually, there was some mosquitoes in Southeast Africa, in Lake Victoria, that were spreading diseases to the humans who live there.
How would you want to start educating the farmers and the communities?
Well, of course, you can educate like this. What we're doing right now would help, but people who don't have access to this, you could use social media to spread awareness, or you could teach this in schools as a part of geography or science. That could help spreading awareness.
And is this a project you guys think you would want to work on over the summer?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Our presentation is on water scarcity, and so we are team Aqua Roots because aqua is to water, and roots because we are mainly focusing on agriculture and farming, and so what we're focusing on is water scarcity in agriculture, yeah. And so our motivation for this is because we are passionate about saving the planet and passionate about micro issues in climate change, which is water scarcity in particular. And so we're also really passionate about supporting farmers in earning a livelihood, and because reducing poverty, which is mainly what we're focusing on in this. And because we feel frustrated that because water is a human right to have, it is important for anyone to have access to it and have regular and also obviously cheaper access to it. And we really want to make sure that everyone has a right to a decent standard of living, which water scarcity is obviously preventing. Okay.
And then we started looking at whether we wanted to target people or countries, and then we settled on the country Niger in Africa. And then we started looking at their population and how 13 million, which is half their population, don't have access to clean water. And that is a problem. That clean water that they should be having access to is instead used for agriculture, leaving the citizens with polluted remains. And then you might ask, why can't we just use the unclean water for agriculture? But that is because of the bacterial concerns that would leave residue on the plants, and also the polluted water deteriorates the quality of the crops. Practices and how it ties into agriculture is practices like fertilizing, pesticide use, livestock operations, and even soil erosion lead to the contamination of the water resources. And droughts have actually rendered 14% of Niger's lands unusable. And so that leads basically to farmers in Niger having anxiety and frustration with the way their crops are being grown, which poses the question.
So there's lots of different areas that this leads into and affects, especially ecosystems and biodiversity loss. Plants and animals regularly rely on water availability. They might die off or migrate. And drought-tolerant invasive species may spread, then further reducing biodiversity loss, which could kill off certain species and have much more devastating effects on the surrounding ecosystem. Forests and vegetation also dry back down to groundwater, being depleted, and often in these countries, as there isn't an abundance of rainwater, groundwater is used to fill in that void, and that can lead to many other harmful practices and repercussions which further affect and degrade the people that live on the land.
And so our fundamental question that we are answering is how can farmers in Niger maintain their livelihoods whilst simultaneously combating wood scarcity? And the ideas that we would want to explore, or project ideas that we have, are...
Well, we had to first look about what was feasible and what isn't, but some of these actually, what we found achievable and what needs more planning, more thinking through, more process, we found that they could actually link. So in terms of things that are achievable and can be implemented quite easily, we have things like promoting rainwater harvesting and actually giving education to the farmers with knowledge on how to deal with those water scarce situations. Because if you think about it, it's not actually something, the amount of rain is not something that we can actually affect, but we can actually deal with how to adapt to these situations. And then we talked about incentivization, so creating some sort of reward system, because unfortunately it is in human nature that we are quite selfish beings, so we won't do something without a proper motivation system. And then in terms of needing more planning, we thought an app could be in the works, whether for farmers in Niger specifically to communicate, share tips, even like a weather schedule, because if you can predict when these droughts are happening, you can then focus on dealing and adapting with the situation that you know is up and coming. And then we thought of maybe developing a better, more efficient water irrigation system, so less wastage. And then potentially, this is quite far in the works, but utilising mobile phones to remotely control irrigation systems that can optimise water delivery and minimise waste. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Yeah. So, yeah. Any questions? Yeah.
What solutions, if any, are in place today in Niger or any of the surrounding countries?
I think when we did some research, we found that that's potentially, well, it was one of the reasons why we picked Niger, is that it actually didn't have any solutions in place, especially ones that were tech-related, being a LIC low-income country. So we thought that having something techie would actually help improve their economy as well.
You talked about lots of issues that water scarcity affects, in terms of a basic right to water all the way to agriculture and crop production and productivity. What do you think your solutions, what's the main thing you'd like your solutions to tackle?
We're mostly tackling about farmers and how this is all leading to like poverty, and how like a lot of farmers are living in poverty and they can't make money because the water is affecting their crop growth, which is obviously because of the water scarcity. So we're mainly tackling poverty and farmers.
Yeah. Thank you. Right. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Question. So amongst the solutions, I was just wondering if you considered what are the limitations of the solutions, or whether there are any obstacles that may impede it from being able to materialize the benefits you intend?
Okay. I think definitely technology being a huge limitation, as I mentioned before, Niger being a low-income country, that most of the farmers there will not have the expertise or the experience dealing with even like phones, mobile devices, apps. Those things are kind of hard to control. So I think probably a way to help that is letting them have more access to kind of technology, but also making an interface like simpler and more easier to interact with. Yeah, right?
Yeah, and then also other countries, like we looked at Qatar, which is a very developed country, and they had lots of methods in place to kind of conserve water, to make sure they're getting the most efficient methods possible. And I think if they could learn from countries like that with a bit of upfront investment, that could then possibly return much more in the future.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we are from a spark to a flame. I'm Caitlin and I'm from Malawi. This is Luca and he's from Rwanda. And that's Lindsay and she's from Tanzania. Sorry.
Today our issue is fires in over farms, people slash and burning their small parts of farms, and it's spreading because they're not really controlling the flames. We've all been through, and we've all been brought up in East Africa, and we've always witnessed firsthand the effects that can face this can face on people's livelihoods.
Our project today is to find a solution to this that is easy for the locals around us to get into.
Imagine this is your farm. It's totally family brought up. You live on here, this is your food, you make profit from it and all that. And let's say it's about £50-ish to run this field, including water, seeds and all the crops. And then one day you look out the window and it's caught on fire. How do you think you would feel? I think a few of you would feel very annoyed, upset, angry.
This is my dad's farm in the Kilolo region of Tanzania. As you can see around the area, our farm has got centre pivots lined by fire breaks. This is how it was before we developed the land. And these are the effects of slash and burn. Slash and burn includes getting the staple crop in this area is maize, and what the locals do is they'll farm their crop of maize, harvest it, slash it down and set the field on a fire. This is often uncontrolled and it leads to fires spreading. This came onto our farm, and 30 to 50% of waste in East Africa is due to fires.
People slash and burn because it helps putting nutrients to the ground. The ash really helps the ground. It gets rid of all the insects and everything on the ground, all the mulch, stuff like that. And then
this is also a traditional method and it's been used for generations. A lot of these people have been brought up to do this, haven't had any other education. They don't have any other options. So what is our solution? Our solution is to put into AI maps of frequency of fires, weather patterns over the past 10 years, and maps of the area, satellite images of these areas that are badly affected by this. So then what we're going to do is we've got a 3-year running plan, which we'll show you later, and our ideas are fire breaks, education, mulching, and cover crops and biochar. So I'll just take you through that quickly. Fire breaks include just clearing an area outside your field and then plowing that up, so if a fire comes through, it can't spread onto your land. Education, we want to go into schools, speak to the kids. This is how we need to farm sustainably. It's easy, this is how you can do it. So we give them an alternative. Mulching, so instead of getting rid of our excess maize, what we can do is flatten these stalks and put them down, and that's mulching, and that's providing the nutrients and ash wood as well. We can use biochar like
burning cowpack, because a lot of these guys are livestock herders as well, and we can put that down on the ground as a substitute fertilizer. We can use cover crops such as peas in the off season, in the dry season, to just add that nutrients again into the soil.
That's time's up, Guy. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Okay, my question is, what's your roadmap look like?
So our roadmap is, our first year would include selecting a group of about 5 farmers in different communities, and then like showing them, testing out that these methods work, showing them how to use them. Then in our second year, we'd start going into communities, into schools, educating them on how this would work and how easy it is. In the third year, we'd check up on communities, help construct fire breaks with them, and just make sure the community's up and ready to go. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
One question for me. How big of a problem is this? How often do these fires occur on these farmlands?
So in 2021, we had an astonishing number of 646 fires, or like 347 in around our farm in that year alone. That's more than one a day. So it's a really pressing issue, and it affects all of the people around us.
I saw on one of your slides, I saw AI something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what we do is we put data into AI, like these satellite images. We'd put that into AI along with weather patterns over the past few years, how arid the areas are, so AI can tell us where we should go to educate these communities about the issues. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Today's just the start of the journey. What's going to happen is after today, you guys can continue working on your projects, and you can continue. I hope you guys use this opportunity to swap details with each other so that you guys can continue working together. So the opportunity is build your projects, build your skills, use this as an opportunity to build something for yourself. So next week, we're going to start this process. So I wanted to give you a context. We've got basically a program running throughout the year. So over the summer, we're doing a special summer program in July and August. And so for next week, we're going to help you guys with our Innovators digital incubator, and then the following week is Innovators. AI Innovators, where you guys will have a chance to learn how to use AI and apply these to your projects to grow the impact. And then you have also a skill and a certificate that you can earn to show how you are building these skills that are important for the future. And then we also will have an ambassadors program. So if you've enjoyed the experience today, then you have an opportunity to apply to become an ambassador. And so these are work experience opportunities. So, oops, why did it not show? Here we go. Yeah, AI Innovator Summer Program. Okay, so next week, the 15th, 16th, and 18th of July, we have mentors that are prepared to work with you guys. So if you guys want to sign up for this program, this is our paid-for summer program. So the cost of getting mentorship to build out your full project pitch and your value proposition to create a suitable solution for the problems that you guys have identified. This is what we're going to help you do together with mentors that you may have worked with today, or other mentors that we will bring to you. So these are people that are specialized in technology and sustainability and entrepreneurship. And we will be this is an online program, so we'll be giving you an opportunity to work with us and also to build out your goals. And by the end of the week, you should have a clear value proposition and solution for your project. Then in the following week, you have the opportunity to continue working and join our AI innovators. So that will be the 21st through the 25th, and on the 21st and 22nd, there'll be a workshop with the AI lead from Oxford, who is going to show you how to use tools in AI to actually build out a proof of concept for your project, and then you will work with a mentor in the following days to support actually creating a proof of concept. So we will work, you basically have 2 weeks to get mentorship support for your projects, and then in the middle of August you can submit this for the Oxford Climate Change Challenge, or you can just keep working on it. We're working also on an opportunity with Microsoft, and so there will be more information coming, but I just wanted to give you a glimpse of what we're looking at. And what we wanted to do is offer you the chance to just meet with us, not only for those 2 weeks, next week and the following, but also in the month of August. So think about that, and if this is all online, so you'll be doing a dial-in, and it will be like an hour with the mentors, and then possibly a workshop in the morning. So I will send you guys more information, and there's an opportunity, if you wish, to also to get support if this is a program that you want to do, but you may not be able to. If you wish to apply for a scholarship, then there's an opportunity to do that as well. Okay? So think about that, discuss it with your teams. Is that something you wish to apply for? If so, let me know before the end of the day, and then I will have a conversation with you guys and give you more information. Okay? Wonderful. All right, can we have the judges coming to deliberate, and we'll give you feedback on all the projects and announce the winner. Okay, everyone. Now is the time that you've been waiting for. So first of all, I want to thank all of you for the presentations. In our deliberation, it was really tough. We were so impressed with every single one of your presentations, and I really mean that. And we see lots of presentations throughout the years, and what you guys have achieved in just a short 2 hours is nothing short of incredible. The way that you guys have done your analysis of the problem, the way you guys have come up with your stories and your presentations, you guys have just met some of you for the first time today, so well done, and a big round of applause for everyone. So, because I'm so confident that all of you, each of the 4 teams here, are so impressive, I want to actually invite you all to participate in the Selective Innovators program for this summer. It is something that it is a paid program, but it is by invitation only. So I only normally invite the winners to come into this program. I want to make sure that this is also something that you guys want, because this is a commitment. If you guys want to do this and you really want to bring your project to life and you really want something for yourself and skills to build, you have the opportunity. We are inviting you to be part of that program. I will send further information about the cost of that, but we want to make it, this is also fundraising for us to be able to offer more scholarships for other students. And so I will share more of those details. And so I would like you guys to think about it. Is this something that you guys would like to commit to? It would be at least 2 or 3 hours per day on the days that are noted here. And then you guys would be working on your projects together online and developing that, so that by the end of the 2 weeks in July, you will at least have a project pitch that you can submit to a competition. And if you want to, then we will offer more opportunities over the summer to continue working with the mentors, and potentially throughout the year if your schools want to become a partner of Digital Camp. Okay? So please do discuss that and come back to me if you are interested before the end of the day, or if you are not interested, that's also fine, and don't feel pressure, and it's absolutely fine. But I do want to have motivated teams that are going to show up, who are ready to commit and want to work with our mentors, because we put a lot of our time and effort into planning this to make this worthwhile for you all. Okay, so congratulations to all of you. You are all invited in to join our Summer Innovators program, and that is really, I hope, something that you guys are excited about. Okay, so now for the actual awards. We are going to give some feedback to all of the presentations, the things that we loved about it, and also the things that we would recommend going forward. So I'm going to start with Team Aqua Roots. We loved your presentation. We thought that we loved the passion that you guys had in talking about the problem of the farmers in Niger and the issue that they have with water scarcity. We think that you guys clearly did some research on this, and we would love to know a little bit more, like how are you guys like personally tied to this, and so a good analysis on the problem. And I liked the aesthetic of your presentations. It was quite nice. And obviously you guys have just had a few short period of time to go through this. So what we would recommend going forward to continue working on is developing your solution ideas further and investigating each of those and then choosing one and going into that one so that it's really clear, here's the problem, here's the proposed solution. And of course, you didn't have time to do that today. Nobody did, and I'm amazed of what you guys have all come up with. But that's what I would recommend going forward with. So highly recommend that you keep going. And yeah, congratulations on the work that you've done today. Okay, so the other team that we wanted to give some feedback on is the inhalers. Also, we loved your project, and yeah, great story, great, the way it was really concise and it was really clear. And even though you guys didn't have anything visual on the screen, it was really easy to follow because you had done such good analysis and clear definition of the problem statement, the solution that you guys had envisaged. You were right on there with your numbers. You know, we could clearly see the impact that this would have. So really impressed with what you guys have come up with, and I would strongly encourage you to keep going again. And also the persona that you guys came up with, we thought that was really good. That was really super clear. You guys have done exactly what we taught you to do. So well done on that. I think the other thing is that you guys also incorporated policy change into your project. And that's a really, really important way to actually drive change, as you heard about this morning. So well done on bringing all of those elements together to think about a comprehensive solution. That's not easy to do, but which would have incredible impact if you can make this real. So I, again, strongly encourage you to keep going. I think the only thing that might be a little bit lacking, or what we didn't see because maybe you didn't have a chance to talk about it, was your conviction. So I want to see a little bit more conviction from you guys as a team. And of course, you may not have that today, and that's fine, but just think about if this is something that you want to do going forward, okay? All right, now we're going to talk about the runner-up. So Josh, would you like to come to the table?
So hi everyone. So after conferring, we decided on the runner-up as seed sowers, and we just want to commend you guys because we felt that there was so much teamwork, and you could see that there was so much collaboration on stage. In addition to that, we really liked about how you painted a story. There was a very compelling narrative about the situation caused by the European rabbit. Of course, and so the status quo and the problem was articulated very well. And however, I think the judges also felt that they could maybe had a bit more detail. There could be some color with regards to the solution, just a little bit more. But aside from that, it was very, very compelling in terms of what was the problem, why we need to actually think of an immediate solution to it. And that really led to all the judges recognizing that seed sowers deserve to be the first runner-up. So thank you so much for that. And if you guys have any other questions about how you could do better, or there were any parts of your speech that you felt you wanted to improve on, you can approach any of us later on. So thank you once again.
So I think we know who the winners are. So I've got some smiling teams there. So congratulations to A Spark to the Flame, who we chose as the winners this afternoon. You were all incredible, and thank you all for teaching me different elements, both of conservation challenges and ecological challenges, but also about delivery as well. So it was really useful. But Spark to a Flame, you stood out for us on the stage. I think you had a wonderful advantage of telling a personal story, and that really came across. It gave you a narrative and an ability to go tell us a story that we could come with you on, and that was incredibly powerful. It was a very clear presentation. There's a phrase that says, don't ruin a great story with the facts. Have you heard that? And there's a temptation sometimes to put so many facts in that you lose the sense, and you didn't do that. You kept it really, really clear for us, which enabled us to remember what the problem was, that 30 to 50% waste. I really like that you also referred to the current cultural practices and the history and tradition of how those farms are managed and the impact of trying to change that behaviour over time. You gave us some really clear examples. I think there were 5, weren't there, of things that we could do to try and tackle the problem. So that was also really nice and succinct, and a roadmap for change. So well done, really super presentation. Congratulations, deserved winner. If you're going to develop your thinking further, and I really hope you do, there were 2 aspects that I'd love to know a little bit more about. One of which is around what's the impact on nature and animals in that space. Of course I'm going to ask that because I work at the zoo, right? So that might be another engaging aspect with which to inspire your audiences when you're talking about your solutions. And perhaps also think about how are you going to fund those solutions as well? Where are the funds going to come from for you to build that AI model? But real congratulations. And may I say congratulations to all of you. Fantastic calibre of presentations, and congratulations that you're being all offered the opportunity to join this very selected programme for the Summer Innovators. So I hope you'll think about it, and thank you for caring about our natural world. Thank you.
I would like to give a very warm round of applause and thank you to all of the mentors who have come here today. So can I get all of the mentors, please, and the volunteers to come up onto the stage, please? Let's give them a round of applause. If it weren't for this team of people who have come together, we would not be here. It is because of the incredible passion and the skills and the work that you guys put into the students, and because you care. And I'm so honored to be able to be working with you all. So thank you so much for your work, not only today and helping these students to learn from you. You guys are all incredibly not only talented, but also approachable. So I would encourage you guys, after we close up here to continue the conversation. We had lots of other activities planned, but I just want to, again, give a huge round of applause to you guys. And so one more time, we have Evie from Vodafone, and Roman and Flavia from the British Academy, also a professor, and then we have Nidhi, and then...
I'm here along just to mention them,
yes.
Wonderful human beings.
Yes, thank you, Kimberly and Jenna and Joshua, and yeah. So thank you, and Joshua has been going through this for many years now. It feels like an eternity, so thank you so much. And where's your mother? Oh, you belong up here as well, thank you. Come up. So Josh has brought his mother along, and I had the privilege of seeing a photo of them when Josh was young, and standing in front of the penguins, and they did that again today, so that was wonderful to see. So yeah, we just love this community. It keeps growing, and we want to see you guys keep growing and building your skills. And you've heard from some of the other students, and people just keep coming back. And someday you guys are going to be the change makers that you saw on screen today. You guys are going to be the ones standing on stage here and helping others. So I hope you've been inspired today. And also I want to give a special acknowledgement to Evie as well. Evie has been absolutely incredible. And Yash, who is not here right now, he had to leave. You guys have been just outstanding mentors from Vodafone, really pulling together the whole team from Vodafone. So please come and talk to me afterward, talk to all of us. We're going to wrap up the day. Thank you.